What's happening, good people? Welcome to the channel. I'm Wes, aka Mr. Budget Watch, and today we have something I was genuinely surprised by. So we've all seen the Seagull 1963 on screen here. One of the most affordable, or if not the world's most affordable, proper mechanical chronograph. So I was actually looking at getting one. I've been watching loads of reviews on it, and I just thought, do you know what? It's about time. I've never had one. I want to give it a try. So I was looking on AliExpress, and I noticed the prices had increased dramatically. We're talking from like 115 to now 140. And then when you add on our stupid taxes, that takes it up to like 150 plus. So I'm like, yeah, no. So I was doing a bit of browsing and I came across this. Something I was not expecting. And as you've seen by the title, it's a quartz version. Yeah, it's quartz. What? This exists? It's not fake. It's a genuine release, but they've decided to put a quartz movement in and make a more affordable one. What even in the... Yeah, so it exists. So I'll put the link where I got this from down in the description. Prices have dropped since I actually picked one up. Which, yeah, I'm a bit annoyed at. It's actually dropped significantly since I bought one. So yeah, anyway, different video entirely. So yeah, I'm just completely shocked that they've made it in a quartz. Now, is that a good thing or is that a bad thing? Well, on the plus side, it's cheaper now than the mechanical, because the mechanical, like I said, has jumped up like 30 odd quid. And then like that's nearly 40 odd when you bang on taxes, which is ridiculous. So this now, at the time of recording and the date of recording, which is the 24th of May, this can be picked up for sub £100. So yeah, now basically it's the same watch, the same case, I believe. I mean, I've never had hands on with the original, so I don't really know, but looking at the styling of it, it's pretty much the exact same as the other one of this, the 1963. This is obviously not the 1963, it's the... I'm not really sure, it's like the Suggest styling, but yeah, it's really weird. It kind of confuses me, to be honest, with all the, you know, the Suggest and the Seagull and the... Yeah, it's a minefield. But yeah, this is the one I was after. I did initially think the dial was white, but it's actually silver. So surprise, surprise. So I'm just going to run off, you know, a few little sizes, specs and all that. It's not a review, this one, as you've seen by the title. It's just a conversation piece sort of thing. So it's 39.9mm diameter, so sub 40. 42.3 if you include the crown. 13.1mm thick, so it is quite thick, but then again, it's a chronograph, so they do tend to be a little bit thicker. 49.9 lug to lug though, so that is a little bit on the big side, but you can see, you know, we do have a bit of downturn, so it doesn't actually wear quite as big as that. Lug width, standard 20mm, always nice, and we do have a massive crown, 6.8mm, and of course we've got those double pushers. The bezel, polished and fixed. You can see it's got a really nice sort of cushiony, curvy profile to it. Domed sapphire crystal, and I'll actually, you know, just show you that it is a proper sapphire. So just bang this on, get it set to there, and if I put it on, you can see it is sapphire. I'll just move my finger, there we go. So it is a proper sapphire, which, you know, some of these actually do come with an acrylic crystal, I believe. Some I think I've seen with a mineral, and then we have some with sapphire. So this is a domed sapphire, you can just see it there. Very, very nice, get a nice little distortion on the dial. 316L case, that's what it says on the listing. It is high polish, but it doesn't have that sort of zinky, really shiny, blingy look to it, so I think it is probably 316L. And then we just have a stainless steel Milanese. It's on a couple of different straps as well. I think you can get it on a leather and some other ones. A couple of different dial variations, and they even do a quartz version of the 1963, the proper cream dial blue hands version as well. So yeah, 50 meters water resistance on this one, so it's not amazing, but I think it's about passable. But yeah, we've got that typical tachymeter outer bezel, applied indices, two subdials, and we've got the Panda the silver panda. I'm going to call this one the space panda because it's silver instead of white. And then we've got the traditional style hands, the chronograph hand, and then we've got a running seconds and a 30-minute timer. Applied logo, and then printed there in Chinese. I'm not really sure what it says, so maybe one of you guys can tell me what that actually says. I'm presuming it's water resistance, but I don't really know, just speculation really. There is the case back. You can see we have some more Chinese, 1963, and then a red star with some Chinese symbols. Again, I'm not really sure what that all means, but it's probably like the name and specifications perhaps, I don't know. So actually using this watch, it's really simple. One little push there and you can actually see that this is a 4 beat per second, so it's not got a really mechanical sweep, but it's definitely not a single tick like you'd see on a regular quartz. They don't actually call this one a mecha quartz movement. It's actually what is it, like a sub mecha or something, so you don't get that perfectly sweep like you do on a thingy, but you can see it's not a single tick. It's really strange. So press the top one to stop, press the bottom one, and then it just sweeps all the way back. It does line up bang on as well, so really surprised. The movement in this is a Myota 6S21, so it's a 0 joule movement, up to 3-year battery life, which can be extended to 4 if you don't use the chronograph features all that often, so it depends on how much you actually use it. We do have a quick reset system. It's a hot cam reset system. I don't really know the technical details about it, but maybe you guys will know what that is. The chrono hand, like I mentioned, 4 beats per second instead of the usual 1 that you get on a quartz, and the accuracy is negative to plus 20 seconds per month, so really quite impressive. So yeah, I was genuinely shocked by this find, a quartz one. Now, is that necessarily a bad thing? Well, I think, yeah, it's a bit of a tough one, to be fair, actually. I think the whole big thing about the Seagull is the ST19 mechanical movement. That thing is beautiful, but this is more accurate. So, yeah, swings and roundabouts there, but I think this is missing that. Now, the mechanical, like other mechanicals, they sort of have a soul to them. They've got a lot of character, and they've got loads of quirks, whereas this one hasn't. It works, whereas the other one, it's got like that character to it, it's got a soul to it, whereas this quartz just doesn't have, and it's definitely missing that. But is it actually a bad watch? No, it's actually really surprisingly good. I'll pop it on wrist to show you how it wears. Those lug to lug is a little bit long, but I'll just show you how it wears quickly. So here it is on my 6-inch wrist, and you can see, those lugs do extend past my wrist a little bit, but then again, my wrist is really slim, and I don't think the sort of rakish lugs really help all that often. They don't really sort of help all that well in that. I think the lug to lug probably should have been around 47 for the size, but you know what, it's actually really nice. This bracelet, by the way, is pretty good. It's nice and comfortable. I did notice that it sort of pinched my skin because I had it a little bit too tight, but obviously with these, they're very, very easy to adjust. You've got this little system here. Use a tool, pop that open, and then you're free to just move this up and down the bracelet. As you also, the fitment on it, you're going to get a bang on fit. It does take a while to sort of get it perfect, but once you do, it is really nice and comfortable. Secure as well. Some problems I've had with these in the past is they just pop open, and I've actually had a watch fall off my wrist because of that. This one though, no problems with it, and it's stayed secure. But yeah, I think it looks really nice, but I think the lug to lug is a little bit long for me. So I'm hoping that if this one does well, that they might actually bring out a 38mm version with slightly slimmer, smaller lugs for us guys, with thinner wrists. But I think it fits okay. I mean, you can see, we do get a bit of overhang, and you can see we do get a big gap at this side. You can just see sort of there where the lugs sort of don't really flow that well to my wrist. But I think it still looks pretty nice. It's got lume as well. Yeah, nothing really to shout home about. It's pretty decent. Definitely not the worst I've ever seen, but not the best either. And you know what? It is a really good watch. It's proper solid. The movement feels fantastic. The pushes as well. Some of the best on a chronograph I've ever used, which is quite surprising. They've got a real sort of mechanical sort of thud and feel to them. It's really quite impressive. So let me just pop it off and oh, don't fall. So yeah, it's a really nice little watch, and it's definitely exceeded my expectations. Current price, like I said, is sub £100, and I think actually it's a pretty good price, especially seeing as now the mechanicals, like I said at the time of filming this, are ridiculously expensive. I don't know what's happened. I don't know whether there might be a movement shortage or what, but the prices have gone ridiculously high, and I'm not sure why. But anyway, guys, link for this one will be down in the description. If you're interested, you know, if you want one of these watches but don't like mechanical for whatever reason, you know, it's a good little watch. Genuinely surprised that this thing even exists. So yeah, let me know what you think. I know this has not been my sort of typical review, it's just been a bit more off the cuff and thinger. I forgot to mention the crown as well. Nice size, good knurling, good grip, and signed. So yeah, really great watch. Definitely a surprise, was not expecting it at all. So yeah. Let me know what you think of this one down in the comments. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss any uploads. And of course, follow me on social media at Mr. Budget Watch. Thanks again. I'll see you soon.